exciting NCCAA basketball. The official start of the season, the home season for our women's team, and first collegiate game ever for Beacon College. So congratulations to that school on the inauguration of their athletic program. At this time, would you please rise as we open in a word of prayer and honor the flag.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Trinity Baptist College, the home of the Eagles, as we are ready for the season opener between the Eagles and the Blazers from Beacon College, making their way up from Leesburg, Florida. That is head coach Emeritus John D. Jones, who is still the athletic director here at Trinity Baptist College. And we have a new women's head coach this season as well. Miss Alicia Lewis takes over for Coach Judy Allen, who has remained on the administrative staff here at Trinity Baptist College. We wish both Coach Jones and Coach Allen very well in their new endeavors. And right now we are ready for the first official game of the season for TBC, who went 1-1 in their preseason games earlier this week. A 64-62 win at Florida State College of Jacksonville on Tuesday, and a loss to Kaiser University last night down in West Palm Beach. Emma Parrish with the first shot of the game. It is off the rim and rebounded by Beacon's Jalen Williams. In just a moment, we're going to say hello to Beacon College Sports Information Director, Mr. Kyle Close. Letting you know right now, though, that Beacon College is making its collegiate basketball debut and also its debut in the USCAA. They just joined that organization back on March 29th. Long pass to Parrish. She had a little trouble controlling it, but the Eagles regained possession. 10-minute quarters in women's college basketball. Tuesday, Spine Smith inside the paint. Shot no good. And Williams with another rebound. And now let's say hello to Mr. Kyle Close, the SID of Beacon College. Hello, Kyle. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Ray. Thanks for having us. We are absolutely thrilled for Beacon College after their first basketball games ever as USCAA members. And we are looking forward to what the season brings.
And right there with the ball is Claire Dryden. Making the pass to the top of the paint. Kylie Davis with the shot. No good. Rebounded by TBC, who has a number of new players that going to take me a little while to get used to. That is Madeline Tuesday, who got the bucket and drew the foul. We'll see which Beacon College player gets called for the foul. And the foul is called on Claire Dryden, the first foul of the game for either team. Tuesday on the board and a first free throw of the season. Chance at a three-point play. It is good. Madeline Tuesday scored 22 points at Kaiser University. Kaiser, an NAIA Sun Conference powerhouse, won that ball game 92-40, but Tuesday put 22 on the board. Emma Parrish had 9, and we know about her three-point shooting, the junior from Palm Coast, Emma Parrish. Kyle, tell us a little bit about Beacon College and the basketball program that has now become USCAA.
Absolutely. So we are in the quaint little town of Leesburg, Florida, and we primarily serve students with a neurodiverse population. And we have about 500 students on our campus. For the past couple of years, we've been competing as an intercollegiate club sport, and this is our first year being officially sanctioned. And this team specifically is very guard heavy, so I would expect a lot of speed and a lot of shooting and a lot of space creation for our team to create their own success here.
Well, we wish Beacon a whole lot of luck after today, of course. They're here at Trinity Gymnasium. Making that three-pointer a moment ago, Layla Harvey, her first official points as a TBC Eagle. And again, a number of new faces, but still a good number of players returning. That's one of them, Tamara Countryman with the steal. But credit Jalen Williams for not giving up. Williams got the steal, but then got called for the double dribble. And already, Kyle, Jalen Williams making some rebounds and some defensive plays.
Yes, she's actually here on scholarship for track and field. And she can actually long jump 18 feet, or I believe 19. And she loves to get scrappy, and all the defensive effort, a lot of it will come from Jalen.
Three-pointer missed by Parrish, but put right back in. Madeline Tuesday already with 5 points, and the Eagles lead 8-0. We get an opportunity, we'll let you know some of our new faces on the TBC Eagles women's basketball rosters. That ball goes out of bounds, and will go over to Trinity Baptist. There you see the time on the screen, not official. The official scoreboard is in the gymnasium, but we usually match that up pretty well. Parrish had a pump fake, then finds Harvey, who steps inside the arc. Smith with the rebound. Parrish loves to shoot the three, and When she's hot, she's going to hit more than half of those, but come up a little short this time. Tuesday with the putback does not go, but the ball goes out of bounds, and the Eagles will get the ball right back with 20 seconds on the shot clock. So tell us about some of the upcoming teams you're going to play in USCAA competition this season.
Absolutely. Like you guys said, we are playing teams in NCCAA, USCAA, some NAIA schools. Our first home game will be in 2 weeks, and we are very excited for that. They're starting to create the first student section ever, and trying to get the names for that and everything. And we're just really excited for them to get started and playing more games than we've ever played.
Emma Parrish hits Tuesday inside the paint. Tuesday already was 7, and the Eagles lead 10-0. Your next game is at a new college here in Florida called New College of Florida.
Yes.
We played them a few times in the soccer field. Their men's team beat us both times in 2 great games. We beat their women's team. And New College of Florida just joined the NAIA mid-season this fall.
They did. I did hear about that. We are definitely looking forward to that opportunity. And I know the good news is that they are relatively new to whatever they're doing as well as we are.
Looking at your schedule, you're going to play many common opponents of the TBC Eagles.
Absolutely.
Trinity College of Florida is in our South region, Johnson University as well. You're going to play Florida State College at Jacksonville, which has 5 different campuses here in Jacksonville, and we hook up with them a lot in volleyball, basketball, and soccer. Fouls being called against Trinity Baptist. That's going against Acacia Hayes. That is her first. It's also team foul number 1. And Jalen Williams brings the ball up court for the Blazers. Those are very nice-looking uniforms, those navy blues with the bright white numbers and trim. And Trinity Baptist in the home yellows. They sported those last year, and Trinity Baptist made it to the conference semifinal last year. Played a close game against Toccoa Falls College after beating Johnson University of Florida in the opening round. New coach, new look, TBC Eagles, and a 3-point effort is good. Rana Hala Brown with her first basket of the season, and TBC leads 13-0. I haven't met our new players in person yet, but I've written them up when they sign with the Eagles, and I can tell you by doing the research on them, we have some shooters on this team this season.
We definitely do. All of these players have returned from last season with the exception of incoming freshmen Jalen and Sarah. But they're definitely been playing together for a while, and we've been very excited. A lot of them it's their senior year, and Brandon has a lot of recruiting to do for the next upcoming season to replace all these wonderful seniors that we have.
Williams with the shot, rebounded by Victoria Broadway, who pulls up and hits the 2. And Victoria Broadway is on the board, her first points of the season. She did not score at FSCJ, but Emma Parrish scored 19. Madeline Tuesday had 11, and Malia Granger scored 10 for the Eagles. That was a preseason game, their first earlier this week. Have you had preseason games?
This is our first anything against other competition outside of our team. There is a handful of intramural participants that would help give the women's team some looks, but in terms of another college or another team from another campus, this is their first opportunity.
Number 33, Sydney Plant, just walked onto the court, led by a head coach, Brandon Raines, who is a TBC graduate and an NIT national champion with the 2016 Eagles. Driving the lane and getting her first basket is Acacia Haynes. And Kyle, you can tell the passionate Trinity Baptist College Eagles fans in attendance. Your team brought a very good following, almost filled up the visitor side of the bleachers.
Absolutely. We have a really big following of a lot of students and a lot of parents. And then it looks like Brandon took the liberty of getting all of his family and friends T-shirts for this game. And they all look fantastic.
Victoria Broadway called for the push, her first, team foul number 2. And the Blazers will inbound. Great pass inside. Turnaround jumper, though, no good from Dryden. And Trinity Baptist having a pretty good start to this ball game, their official season opener. Eagles work the ball toward the corner. Shot clock is a little bit off. The first number appears to have some trouble. And we have ourselves a foul called against Ashante Spence, a sophomore, TBC Eagle. Her second season. Spence, a sophomore from Orlando, Florida. Lydia Cubis, a freshman, she's with the volleyball team today as they're playing a tri-match at Payne College. That volleyball season will wind down with the tournament next week. And then Lydia Cubis will be out here wearing the gold jerseys for the Eagles very soon after. Malia Granger, Ranahala Brown, Layla Harvey, Acacia Haynes, Victoria Broadway, Michaela Tolaire, as we have ourselves a 3-second violation called against the Eagles. Haynes in the paint a little bit too long. And Madeline Tuze and Shiley LeBlanc, our new freshman TBC Eagles. We're glad to have them. Of course, Emma Parrish, Caroline Smith, Ashanti Spence, Tamaria Countryman, Katia Bogan, returning from last year's team that made it to the South Region semifinal. We have ourselves a full timeout called by Coach Raines. Actually, they're going to change that to a 30-second timeout, and my mistake, it was called by the Eagles. And so, Kyle, while we have an opportunity, tell us about the college itself, Beacon College down in Leesburg, Florida.
Absolutely. It's one of very, very few colleges where students are specialized in learning differently, whether it be ADHD, whether it be dyslexia, dyscalculia, or autism spectrum disorder. You would be surprised. I know what people were thinking, like this is not a special ed school. These are very highly able students that are just like all of us, and they are going to be doing everything exciting for us. And some of our biggest majors are anthrozoology, which would be the study of how animals interact with each other and how they interact with humans. And that's probably half the campus's.
My wife would love it there. She is a big-time animal lover, especially cats. So
yes.
I'm sure she'd love to go visit and see that program.
Absolutely. Yes, they have a whole... I've been in the anthrozoology classrooms before, and they have animals everywhere. When we were trying to get approved for USCAA, the representative showed up, and she did not want to leave that classroom because she wanted to be with all the animals.
I can't blame her. I like the animals myself. 3-point attempt taken by Brown, no good. And then a whistle on the rebound off the floor. It is going Beacon's way. We'll see which Eagle gets the call. And it will be against Brown with the push. And if I have it right, that is team foul number 4 and number 1 on Ranahala Brown. What other kind of majors does Beacon have? Small school, you can't really expect a whole lot, just like at TBC, but both programs academically are growing right now.
I think you would surprise yourself with all of what these students can do. Some of the other things that we do, we have a bachelor's in business, and being really close to the greater Orlando area, the hospitality track with the business management degree is a lot of probably the gateway for those students to find a way to get next to Mickey Mouse, for lack of a better word, and get that opportunity to work in those kinds of environments with all the hospitality that they would provide.
Sorry about that, Kyle. A moment ago, we saw Victoria Broadway with the turnaround jumper for the Eagles. They're having a good first quarter. Michelle Jones, who graduated back in the spring, now an assistant coach for Alicia Brown, along with Alicia's husband, Jared Brown, and former All-American Juliana Calise is now an official member of the coaching staff, no longer considered a graduate student. So it's great to see our former players, including Brandon Raines, in the ranks, staying involved in the game and helping younger people learn this fantastic sport. There's a lot to learn, more than just sports and winning a game when you join an athletics program, especially at a small college and Bible colleges. And you know that these young ladies, they're going to end up absolutely loving each other if they haven't already.
Absolutely. This is a very tight-knit group. They would often...
That's going to be an offensive foul on Haynes, and that'll be her second. The shot clock was winding down, Haynes tried to get off the shot. That was a pretty obvious offensive foul. That's team foul number 5.
Before the hard foul, I was going to mention that a lot of the players, they love to use Coach Brandon and I share an office, and all the players love to come visit there and hang out and socialize. You like to use that as our special spot for them, and it's great for them. Definitely got to find a way to get work done after they leave. But yes, they definitely have a really good camaraderie and definitely have a lot of inside jokes with each other.
Well, that was team foul number 5. Beacons is in the bonus the rest of the quarter, but with offensive fouls, free throws are not awarded. And there's another one called against TBC. And if I saw that right, it's Ashante Spence. When I get a chance, I'll double check and make sure. That was not considered an offensive foul, so it will be free throws for the Blazers, and taking the shots will be Kylie Davis. And there's no 1-and-1 in women's college basketball. Every shooting foul is 2, except when you're making a three-point play. Absolutely. Kylie Davis looking for the first official point for the Blazers. It is good.
Kylie Davis is one of our seniors and was one of the most vocal people in trying to get a women's basketball team on the campus. So whatever the final product of the women's basketball team, she deserves at least a little bit of the credit by trying to get this thing started.
Well, she goes 2 for 2. First points of the season for the Beacon College Blazers. When we get an opportunity, we'll let you know some more of your upcoming games. Let your fans who are watching us, and we appreciate everyone watching, because if you're not, there's no reason for us to sit here and talk. Well, it took about 4 tries, but Ashante Spence got the basket for the Eagles, who lead 20-2. And that's for 3. It is a little bit short and out of bounds, and the Eagles will have 10 seconds, so ignore the shot clock for the remainder of the period. Eagles are shooting 44% in this first quarter. Countryman finds Spence, less than a second, and she did not beat the buzzer, so the shot will not count. The buzzer sounded before the ball came out of her hands, so that brings us to the end of the first quarter. Next up for Beacon, we mentioned November 2nd at New College of Florida at 5 p.m. That's in Bradenton, Florida. The next day is November 3rd. You're going to play Warner Junior Varsity, 5:30 in Leesburg, West Meadow Street. 400 West Meadow Street, the address. Is that the correct address for your school?
They actually changed that to be a road game, and our first home game will be on the 14th.
So the 14th, that will be Trinity Baptist traveling down to Leesburg, 5:30 tip-off time on November 14th. Then you're going to be at Trinity College of Florida on November 30th to round out the month of November.
Yes.
You can go to beaconcollege.edu/athletics, and then you can choose the sport you want to look at from there, women's and men's basketball. Beacon College also has a couple of other athletics programs, golf and tennis, and I'm sure before long you're going to add more.
Absolutely. We just finished Wow, this is the first basketball contest with the USCAA. We just finished our cross-country season with the USCAA. We had really good meets in Embry-Riddle and Florida State, and they were very excited for the results of that as well. And after basketball, all the other sports we have will be at club level, and with the goal of those evolving. You don't want to put a sport in too early, too quick, and
it takes a lot of time, and it takes a lot of money to get started as well. And Kyle, you have a fan here, Jake Borowski, saying hello to you on our chat.
So he is one of the men's basketball players, one of the seniors, and he's actually from Baltimore, and he moved down
I
here.
thought that name looked familiar as I was doing the prep work to get ready for the men's game.
The men's team is on the bus right now, and I'm sure he's watching it and is probably shocked to hear my voice.
And Art Play cheering on the TBC Eagles, Will Jordan, and Higher Learning Hoops. I always like seeing those names pop up and saying hello. Again, if you're not watching, there's no reason for me to sit here and run my big mouth so much. That's a steal for the Blazers. With possession is Kylie Davis, and she will draw a foul. That is going against TBC's Ranahala Brown. It's her second. It's team foul number 1 of the second quarter. 4 10-minute quarters in women's college basketball. The fouls start over. Foul number 5 means 2 free throws. And we have ourselves a whistle, just repositioning where that foul occurred, and they're going to back up Davis just a little bit, really just to the other side of the Eagles bench. Pass gets away from Dryden, but she's able to track it down and maintain possession. Again, it's hard to tell about the shot clock because it's one of the numbers, the left number, the 10, the 20, that's been off a little bit. So 22 seconds right now. Back at midcourt was Malia Granger. Eagles work the ball to the right side, back up to the top of the arc. It is the blue third arc that is the college three-point line. Spence will draw a foul. No, a 3-second violation called first against Makila Tolaire. And that'll turn the ball over to the Blazers. The inside white line, that's the high school. We also have Trinity Christian Academy on our campus, and the TCA Conquerors share all facilities and campus with them. The black line in the middle, Kyle, means absolutely nothing anymore. That's the old three-point college line. A couple years ago, they backed it up to where the blue is.
Yes, it's very fast. For schools like this, the facilities, you got to be able to do everything in one spot, and certainly painting as many lines as you can.
And it takes a lot of communication when you have 8 basketball teams sharing one gymnasium, 5 for the middle and high school, and 3 for the college. And with the overlap of basketball and volleyball also. TBC's away today, but Trinity Christian Academy volleyball is about to play the region final Tuesday night and have their chance to go to their first ever state Final Four if they win it.
Oh, man, look at your team.
You want to talk about some high school volleyball. TCA Conquerors, one of the best in the entire Southeast. That's 4-3. It is a little long, and the rebound pulled in by Sydney Plant. And the Blazers quickly blaze their way up past midcourt. 3-point shot. It is right off the inside of the rim. That's one of those that looked very good coming out of her hands. Hit the inside of the rim, and Dryden did not get the bounce in. Substitution now for TBC. Granger goes out, and returning is Layla Harvey, who has scored 3 points so far. 8:20 left until the halftime intermission. Eagles with the lead. They had a very good first quarter. Ball worked inside to Tolaire. Could not get it to go. Eagles, though, ball didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock did not reset. They did get the rebound. That's Katia Bogan, and a foul will send her to the line. And she's usually a pretty decent free throw shooter. Foul is called against Kylie Davis, her first, team foul number 1. The Blazers had only 1 foul in the entire first quarter. I mispronounced Katia. I did that a lot. Her name is Katia Bogan, a sophomore from Wheaton, Illinois. She let me know last year when I mispronounced. It is Katia, and she makes her first free throw and gets her first point of the new season. And free throw number 2 is up, and it is also good. So Bogan 2 for 2. Eagles 3 for 3 overall from the line. Free throws, they're unpredictable. Some games, team makes 85%. Other games, the same team will make 55%. In close games, that usually determines the winner.
Absolutely. Sometimes they'll tell you it's an air-conditioned win, or the ball, or the rim was too tight. So many variables with every free throw you make.
Well, Brown missed the fast break, but the rebound by Harvey, it's good. 5 points now for Layla Harvey. And the Eagles have the lead as we're coming up about 3 quarters left in the second quarter. A long pass knocked out of bounds off Bogan. It will stay with the Blazers. Claire Dryden will give way to Jalen Williams, who will inbound and pass inside the arc. That's Dryden. That was a 2-point effort. Did not go, and then the pass is stolen away. Fast break opportunity for Harvey, but she slows it down. Credit Claire Dryden, who hustled back defensively and kept Harvey from getting an easy layup.
Yes, Dryden twins. You'll see Claire and Julia in the game today. Claire and Julia transferred here to Beacon College, and they are big-time soccer players, and they're using their soccer skills and translating it to basketball, and you can see it showing out right here.
Well, you have another fan now, Clara Duggan, who's on the roster but unable to make the trip today. She's watching.
Of course.
Again, this is the first collegiate official competition for Beacon College. Turnaround three, it is good. That is Claire Dryden with the three-pointer. And the Blazers with their first field goal. Now, scoreboard says 4, so we're going to double-check that, see if that was indeed a 3, or maybe she might have had her foot on the line. So we'll check that over as we get the opportunity.
Yeah, I can see a three
I thought it was 3 myself.
I can see it 3 different lines.
Williams with the steal. One-on-one, misses the layup. Bogan with the rebound. Williams looking for the foul call, but she did not get it. Scoreboard still says 4 inside the gym as well, so apparently that was a 2-pointer. Might have had just a bit of her toe on the line. There's Williams picking off the pass. Fast break. It is good. Jalen Williams with the pick and the basket. You know, in football, it's a pick 6. We'll just have to say a pick deuce here. Speaking of football, Trinity Christian Academy last night won the district championship with a very convincing 40-9 win over then undefeated Providence in the district anyway. The TCA Conquerors are looking for their 10th state championship, and I had the pleasure of doing that ball game with my friend Adam last night. Bogan will go to the line. She is 2 for 2, and the foul is called on Kylie Davis. That is her second and team foul number 2 of the period. Bogan with her second trip to the line. 4 new Eagles enter the court. Caroline Smith, Emma Parrish, Tamiria Countryman, and Madeline Tuesday. So Bogan, the only one who stays on the court. Second trip in this quarter. She's 2 for 2. And the first of 2 is good. Bogan again, usually a very reliable free throw shooter. Was in the upper 60s in percentage last year. And number 2 is a little short off the rim and rebounded by Dryden. And Dryden hustling up the court. This young lady has some speed, Kyle.
Oh, absolutely. So every week they will come out and try to play intramural soccer with us. And they'll often drag myself and Brandon out there with them. And I'll put it like this. Brandon and I are just trying to make it work. And Claire and Julia sometimes will just keep scoring on us. And then we're just going to be dog-tired because we're not 20 years old anymore. But it's definitely a good experience for everybody, and we're excited to have them on the team.
20 years old was a long time ago for me. Emma Parrish with possession. Works it to Countryman to the right side. Shot clock winding down. Tuesday needs to get out of the lane quickly. Smith with the shot and the rebound. Bogan, second chance, no. Third opportunity, good. That is Tuesday with her 9th point of the game, and the Eagles lead 28-6. I can see her out there. There's some talent that will develop.
Absolutely. So for several of them, including the people that we've talked about, they're all going to be seniors this year, and we're very grateful for everything they've done to get this thing started. And definitely they've come into their own. And I speak for myself and Brandon and our director, Gabe. We are very proud of how far they've come.
Tamiria Countryman called for her first foul, team foul number 2 of the quarter. And, of course, as word gets around, Beacon now has competitive college basketball. Recruiting processes will begin. You'll be able to draw in new because you have some upperclassmen who are going to graduate soon, and congratulations to them, obviously. And, again, word will get around, and that program will probably develop a lot faster than you might think.
Oh, I believe so. I think we have all the things in place to evolve this program to where it can be, and we're very excited to see what this future holds.
Caroline Smith on the board for the first time. Brand new season. Official season opener for both the Eagles and the Blazers. Eagles 1-1 in preseason competition this week. They defeated FSCJ, fell to Kaiser last night, but looked very good in both games. And next opportunity, we'll let you know some of the upcoming games for Trinity Baptist. 3:21 left in the half. Pass inside to Smith. She will draw the foul. The basket is good. That's going against Sydney Plant, her first, and team foul number 3. And this will be Caroline Smith back at the line. Again, she got the basket and a chance at a three-point play. Sorry, Kyle, go ahead.
You're good. So the person that made that foul, Sydney Plant, she's definitely a sophomore here, in her second year playing. She loves playing everything. With the absence of Jillian and Clara, Sydney has to evolve into being one of the forwards, if you will, and I think she's done a great job being aggressive.
Tuesday with the rebound off the missed free throw, puts it in. She now has 11. Of course, we'll double-check all the numbers throughout halftime. Blazers with possession. That's Dryden giving it up to number 11, Julia Dryden. Are they sisters?
Yes, they're twins, actually.
They are twin sisters,
Twins.
all right.
I'll be honest, I can't tell them apart. I'm just fortunate that they have different numbers today.
And a shot by Williams, a little strong, and rebounded by Granger, who brings it up court. One thing I've noticed about the Eagles so far this season, whereas Michelle Jones usually brought the ball up court throughout her 5 years here, she got her COVID year back. So far in this game, many different Eagles have been bringing the ball up the court. As Caroline Smith scores her 5th and 6 points. And the Eagles lead with 3 minutes left to go, and 5 Eagles head over to the table. Bounce pass inside the paint, but stolen away by Granger. Granger guarded by Jalen Williams, and we've seen Williams make some really good defensive plays already. Tuesday takes a short jumper with the assist from Parrish. Madeline Tuesday, 13 points here in the first half. 6 in the second quarter, 7 in the first. And Dryden will slow it down and allow her teammates to get into position. Under 2.5 left in the period. Parrish with the steal. Goes up the left side of the court. She'll slow it down to let her teammates come across. And the Eagles will start to work things down here in the second quarter. TBC men's soccer is also in action this afternoon. Tell you more in a moment. Bogan gets her own rebound, gets it outside to Smith. 3-point effort. It's good. Caroline Smith with the 3. TBC men's soccer is playing Columbia College, South Carolina, an NAIA competitor in their regular season finale. And the Eagles, 6-4 on the season. They have guaranteed themselves a winning record for the first time in many years. 2015 national champions, national tournament participants many times after, missed it the last couple of years. They have a good chance in the South Region tournament this year, but they're going to have to beat Bob Jones or Pensacola to get there, and that's not an easy thing to do. But Coach Noom has his men ready for the season finale today. We're hosting the women's South Region tournament next Thursday. The men are at Toccoa Falls. Timeout with $1:42 left, and Kyle, the Eagles are having a pretty good start to the game.
Yes.
Blazers have gotten on the board recently, and we'll look to see them score some more points throughout the rest of the afternoon. And tell us what you can about the men's team for our viewers who may not be able to see that later.
Absolutely. Yes, if you go to the athletics website and you try to go to the athletics page, the first picture you'll see is of our men's basketball coach, Mr.
I've heard
Sam
of this
Vincent.
gentleman.
Yes, and those that are watching, you
And I
probably
see him
have heard
heading
of him
into the
too,
locker room now.
especially if you've seen him play in the NBA in the late 80s, early 90s.
And he has an NBA World Championship ring from the 1986 Boston Celtics.
Yes, and he also played with Michael Jordan with the Bulls. And
You play with Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. That's a successful career right there.
Absolutely.
Williams with the steal, all alone to the hole, and no good.
She's having a really good day with the
I
hustle.
think she got a little pumped up and put too much onto that shot. That's something that Coach Raines and Coach Vincent will work with. Sometimes when you get a little excited, especially in the first game, you might put a little too much into some of the shots.
The shots will eventually fall. Just keep playing defense like that, and they'll eventually go down. That's all you can
Almost came
expect.
away with another pick. Pull-up jumper is good from Broadway, her first points of the quarter, but 6 points overall. We're under a minute until the halftime buzzer. And right in front of us, walking by, Diego Fernandez, who was dynamite in the national tournament last year, the NIT Bible College National Championship. Diego was the tournament MVP, and he averaged about 22 points a game in 3 games played. You want to talk about getting it done. Bounce pass. Outside now to Haynes. Eagles work the ball back inside the paint. Broadway off the glass, no good. Second chance from Spence is good, and Ashanti Spence has 1 basket in each period. 10 seconds left until the buzzer. Dryden pulls up. Ball was tipped a little bit, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. They will not get the shot off. And that brings us to the end of the second quarter and into the halftime intermission with the TBC Eagles leading. And we're getting ready for an exciting second half. And Kyle, you're invited to stay on if you want, but we're going to pause 15 minutes for the halftime intermission. Stay if you want. If you have other things you need to do, we certainly understand. But it's been very good talking to you so far.
Yes, we have fun doing this. So I'll be on as long as you want me.
Well, you're welcome to join us in the second half. Before we take a break, we'll look at the next few games for Trinity Baptist. The Eagles will be at Warner University playing their varsity team on Monday, October 30th, another NAIA Sun Conference powerhouse. Then a neutral game against Crowley's Ridge will be played at Pensacola Christian on November 3rd. And then Saturday, November 4th, again at Pensacola Christian, but against Ecclesia College. I believe that's an NCAA Division III team, if I'm remembering correctly. Then, an exhibition at Division I, University of North Florida on November 9th, before the Eagles play at Dillard College, an NCCAA team, on Saturday, November 11th. Go to tbceagles.com, click on the team that you want to see about, and enjoy. I love working that website for Coach Jones and the TBC Eagles. We're going to pause now for halftime, and we'll be back. First, this 60-second message from the NCCAA. We'll keep the camera rolling afterward, and we'll see you in about 14 minutes here on the TBC Eagles Sports Network. And welcome back to Trinity Gymnasium on the campus of Trinity Baptist College on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida. We are here with Beacon College Sports Information Director Kyle Close, who has some fans saying hello. One of them, you tell me, is your father?
Yes.
Benjamin, and your wife, Lydia, if I heard you correctly?
Absolutely. Yes. So when I showed up here an hour to help get everyone what they needed, the opportunity arose to provide all the great information about Beacon College from the great Raymond himself. And very grateful to be here and very grateful to be a part of the live stream for Beacon College's first ever basketball game with the USCAA.
Just joined the USCAA March 29th. Just want to address a comment. We did have the mic muted for halftime, but everything seems to be back in order now. And the Eagles will inbound to start quarter number 3 in the season opener of 2023-24. And we have ourselves a whistle right as the ball goes back into play. Mr. Jacob Miller, thank you for letting us know you're watching. Kara Donovan, among others.
Those are all students or former students of Beacon College. We're so happy that they're watching. And shout out to Kara Donovan, also being a big proponent of the women's basketball team when she was here.
Well, hopefully you'll have everyone back for your next game at New College. A couple of the Blazers were unable to make the trip to Jacksonville, and hopefully you'll see them on the court, Blazers fans, before too long.
Absolutely. We would love all the help we can get for the college. It looks like your team is fantastic in terms of their shooting, everything that they do, the shooting, the dribbling, the passing, the defense.
Parrish misses on the three-pointer, but Caroline Smith able to get the rebound and the basket to give the Eagles the lead. Eagles have led the entire way. Knocked away by Countryman. Williams almost got it back, but the Eagles come away with possession. Trinity Baptist has a tough one Monday night at Warner University down in Lake Wales, Central Florida. That NAIA Sun Conference in every sport among the very best in the entire country, and there are a whole lot of conferences. Ball goes out of bounds and will stay with the Eagles. Smith will inbound. Emma Parrish finds Tuesday, back outside to Parrish. And Emma Parrish, a junior, but she has the longest tenure on the active roster. Kyle, last year, she reached 500 points as a TBC Eagles in just over one calendar year, parts of 2 seasons. She transferred in, was injured for the first, actually not injured, ineligible because of when she transferred. So she played half the season, then played half the season before getting injured again. But during that time, she scored 500 points, again, in only about 2+ half seasons as an Eagle. And she came very close to setting the 3-point record for a single game in one game last year. Selena Perez holds that for the women's basketball program.
That sounds incredible, and I could totally see it based on the performance of your team and how they build, how the team rallies around her.
That's Tuesday with the rebound, and that's point number 15 for Madeline Tuesday. And there was a young lady who's in the Eagles Hall of Fame. She played here 1 year. I never met her until last year. She scored 1,000 points in one season, and her name escapes me right now because I never knew her personally. But 1,000 points in a career is fantastic. We're talking one season.
One season.
That was her freshman season as well.
I know Beacon College has about 16-ish games. How many points was that 1,000? How many games was in that 1,000 points?
We usually play around 25 to 30 games.
That's about 35 points a game. That's really, really good.
That was the season before I started working for TBC. So, again, I never met her in person until the Hall of Fame ceremony last year, and her name escapes me right now. But if you go to the TBC Eagles website, look under the Inside Athletics and Hall of Fame, you'll see who I'm talking about. Maybe I should look that up when I get a chance.
It's going to bother me if you don't.
Layla Harvey
I can see that being a lot
jumper.
of fun to watch back then.
Let's see if I can do that. Inside Athletics, Eagle Hall of Fame, and last year's induction class of 2022. So we'll see if that is up there. Parrish with the rebound, Williams with the attempt. When we transferred over, we got the new site. That information hasn't transferred over, so we're going to have to get that information and get it up there.
Oh, yes.
We changed sites mid-year last year, and this new Presto Sports site, I absolutely love it.
It is so efficient. Beacon College is using that as well. It makes all the live stats that all the fine folks on the scores table are working hard on and making it really easy for them. I'm excited to use that for myself for our upcoming season.
Basket was good from Claire Dryden, who now has 4 points. Kylie Davis perfect at the free throw line. Jalen Williams also has a basket. And Jalen Williams playing some really tough defense. Had a couple of opportunities to score, but again, a little too much excitement, putting just a little too much onto her shots. Hopefully she'll be able to sort that out and get some in the net.
There's definitely, with her being a long jumper by trade and using raw skills to play basketball, there's definitely a learning curve there. But over the next couple of years, I would imagine that her potential is going to be sky high.
I just took a picture of my kneecap here, just trying to get my phone ready to take a couple of action shots of both the Blazers and the Eagles. And I don't think people want to see my knee, so I'll go ahead and delete that.
I think you would, you'd be surprised how many people make that mistake.
It's gone already. Eagles with possession, 5:44 left to go in the third quarter. Ray Bureau and Kyle Close bringing you the action here in our season opener. Men's basketball game is scheduled to begin at 4 o'clock. Of course, that depends on the duration of this one. Bogan back outside to Tuesday. And Eagles with the big lead. They're going to start slowing things down a little bit. Tuesday will back it up. Shot clock down to 6. Harris to Tuesday, 4-3. It is off the rim and rebounded by Claire Dryden. Dryden quickly up the court, but called for the travel. She was trying to find Williams to get the pass off, but as she tried to stop, that back foot dragged along with her, and that's the reason for the turnover. Turnover-wise, it's been a very clean game. There haven't been many at all.
Both coaches have a really well-executed game plan with a lot of structure, and with that, it makes it a hard opportunity to create those turnovers.
Parrish finds Bogan inside the paint, and the turnaround layup off the glass for Katia Bogan, who now has 5. Leading scorer, Madeline Tuesday with 15. She scored 22 against Kaiser last night.
Oh, nice.
Doesn't look like she's drawn any fatigue. Number 23 out there for the Eagles. Shot attempt by Dryden, a little bit wide. A rebound pulled down by Brown, and this is Granger making her way to the front court. Brown travels the perimeter. Plays catch with Bogan and kicks it outside to Emma Parrish. Tuesday puts up the pick just fine, gets the ball outside the paint, work inside to Brown, and Rana Holla Brown gets point number 5 for TBC. Rana Holla Brown, one of our freshmen. She is from Williston Middle Senior High School in Williston, Florida. Pass taken by Amelia Granger, a freshman from Fort White. Played her high school basketball at Countryside Christian. That's Granger now with possession to the far side. Finds Brown at the top of the arc. Inside to Bogan, back to Brown. Parrish thought about the 3, instead dribbles to the right side. 7 seconds to shoot. Brown will take the 3. It's off the rim. Tuesday able to get the rebound and kick it back out to Parrish, and the Eagles need to watch out for that 3-second violation. They're staying in the lane for quite a while.
They're doing a great job, though, of passing the ball around, getting everyone involved, making it really hard for our 2-3 zone to cover all the areas. Brown
takes the jump shot, and it's good. Anahala Brown with 7. And here again is Jalen Williams walking the ball past midcourt. Dryden to Dryden. And this is Claire with possession, giving it up to Williams. 5-second count is on. The ball stripped away by Brown. Brown will hit Granger, and she will allow her teammates up the court. That is Williams again with another steal. The layup, a little bit strong, gets her own rebound, and Bogan pulls down the rebound. Hello to Robin Plant cheering on the Blazers from Chicago, Illinois. I'm assuming that is where Sydney Plant is from, Chicago.
There's our Beacon College population. It's actually nationwide. Probably around 30% of those students are actually from the state of Florida. So we were able to recruit nationally and be able to serve everyone that wants to be a part of Beacon College nationwide.
Brown stepped out of bounds, and that allows Coach Lewis to make substitutions. 5 new Eagles on the court. And Williams walks the ball up to the front court.
Oh, good swat, Abby.
Ball knocked away in the hustle by Kylie Davis, although she was unable to hold on to the ball.
Shout out to Abby Zedlitz there with a deflection. Her mother was one of the head coaches for last year on a volunteer basis. We're very grateful for her. And then Abby is also one of these seniors that will try to go to cosmetology school after this.
That is Williams with the layup. And a rebound by Ashante Spence. Well, Kyle, I got a good shot of that layup attempt there from Williams. I'll be sending you the shots that feature your team.
Yes.
And I'm going to go ahead and put this away before I take another knee shot.
I'm sure my communication department will love all the photos you take. Yes.
Of course, Alessandra Enriquez is our game day coordinator. She's been taking photos with an actual real camera, and she'll send me those when she gets the opportunity. Maybe not today, but if she has any that feature your team, I'll try to get those to you as well. Running my mouth, I missed who scored that last basket. One good thing about YouTube, it's 30 seconds behind, so I'm able to see the replay.
When the quarter ends, you'll be able to catch it, yeah.
And that rebound was by Haynes, and it was Haynes who scored that last basket. About 25 seconds left. Still have another 10-minute period to go. And the men's game will follow. What we will do is we'll stop the feed at the end of the women's game, start up a new one during the men's warm-up time, and be ready for game number 2 of this Saturday afternoon doubleheader. And we have ourselves a whistle.
Looks like a shot clock issue.
Well, the shot clock, again, some of the numbers aren't really showing up too well, particularly in the 20s. And the official goes over to the scorer's table to talk about the shot clock. I think he's saying it may not have been reset after the last rebound. Or it was reset when it shouldn't have been, and they're going to run that down. I think he said 4 seconds.
It sounds... for what Beacon College has been doing previously with the club level, there is no shot clock at that level. So we will be breaking any shot clocks for the first time in our game. So we're looking forward to learning everything.
3 seconds to shoot. Shot is long, and a rebound by Davis off the floor. And we have ourselves a foul as well against the Eagles, apparently. Nope, they're calling it a shot clock violation. That's right, it did not hit the rim. So my mistake, that is a correct call. And Kyle, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it's either this season or next season, Florida high school basketball will start a shot clock. I think it's 45 seconds. First time we'll see that. I can't remember if it'll be this season or next year, though.
It leaves my mind as well, but I know that they're trying to get all the associations to play under the same rules, same three-point line, same shot clock, so it's easy to transfer from whatever association you're in.
We're going to pause right here and bring you this 30-second message from the NCCAA, and we'll be right back. And we are ready to begin the fourth quarter of play. Kyle will be back with us in just a moment, but we're going to say hello to a special guest from Thomasville, Georgia. Say your name again, please. Ms. Bryant, let me get that microphone over here right in front so we can hear you a little bit better. Miss Stephanie Bryant, and you are here watching TBC's Layla Harvey.
Yeah.
Right now I have Layla at 7 points. Of course, my numbers are not official, but let me check the live stats and see what we have her at. Give me just a moment. I'll pull that up. Meanwhile, a three-pointer from Kylie Davis puts Beacon on the board first here in the fourth quarter. Layla Harvey, they have her at 4, but I have her at 7, and we'll have to check over that come the end of the game and later on tonight. But we're very glad you're able to join us here in our season opener, and tell us what you like about TBC basketball so far.
I love it. I like the way they have unity, praying before and after the game. I love Trinity Baptist College. It's very, they have a lot of unity here. The girls are very friendly. They're very like family. And I just love, and the coaches, they're very friendly. The staff here is very friendly. We had to make a choice, so coming here to someone else, I'm glad we made the choice here.
Well, we're glad to have you here, and we're glad to have Layla, who's having herself a nice college debut. It's her first college game.
Yes.
Rebound by the Eagles, and walking the ball up the court. That's Layla Harvey right there for you, Ms. Brown. Did I say that right, Ms. Brown?
Yes, she
Ms.
did.
Stephanie Brown,
Home
right?
From, she went to Thomasville High School, Thomasville Bulldogs.
Thomasville High School.
Home of Charlie Ward.
And also home of Thomas University as well. We
yes.
played several games, baseball and basketball, against that NAIA Sun Conference team. They have some great athletics at Thomas University.
Yes, they do. Wonderful.
So tell us about Thomasville, the town. I've never been there myself.
It's quiet. It's one of those towns that everybody know everyone, family-based, friendly. Everybody there pretty much knows everybody's name. We have a school there called Thomas County Central High School. Right now they're 10-0. They won the region last night.
That's wonderful.
And we just a hometown family city. And we
Kylie Davis is going to shoot 2. She is perfect so far, 2 for 2. Those came in the first quarter, and now make that 3 for 3 and a total of 6 points for Davis. And what team was this you were talking about? This was Layla's high school team you were talking about?
The school I attend is Thomas County School. Our football team, Central High School, is 10-0. They won their region last night.
Oh, bring them down here to play the Trinity Christian Conquerors.
Yes, I would love that. I'll let the coach know.
Of course, those Georgia teams, they are phenomenal as well. Tell us a little bit about Layla. I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her yet.
Layla is God-fearing young lady. She's very supportive of her teammates. She's always been, she was Miss Bulldog in school on homecoming court. She praise dances. She loves tennis. She loves church. She loves the Lord. And she's just like people.
That's the most important thing there, loving church, loving the Lord. Yes. 3-point effort from Williams off the top of the backboard, and that is out of bounds. And I love seeing sportsmanship like that, opponents helping each other up off the court.
I think these girls are going to be wonderful.
Well, again, I haven't met our new players yet. I'm hoping to do that very soon. Of course, I've been working all the other games, teaching at the Trinity Christian Academy, doing TCA athletics as well. So this is the first chance I've gotten to see our new players at all, not just on the court.
Okay.
But I know that they're all going to be best of friends before long if they aren't already.
Well, when you do meet them, you're going to really, really admire them. Great
I admire what I see on the court here this afternoon, I'll tell you that.
I heard that.
7:16 left. Emma Parrish bounce pass to Tuesday.
Nice.
She finds Bogan. Great ball movement. The shot didn't go, however.
Nice ball movement.
Eagles are able to maintain possession. Remember, the shot clock goes to 20 after an offensive rebound, not 30. And Williams again with the steal, and this time she comes away with possession. 1-on-2 to the basket. It's good. Jalen Williams has played like that all day, and this one goes down. And again, she'll learn very soon to control that enthusiasm. That is a very enthusiastic player out there on the court. Kyle nods his head in agreement. Well, Miss Brown, do you know some of the other freshmen on the team yet?
Yes, I know Maddie, 23. I know number 1. I can't think of her name. I know 2. Emma, I know she's upperclassman. I met all of them when I came down. They say I'm their biggest fan.
You've been a big fan here this afternoon. I've seen you over there cheering on, and some friends and family members.
Yes,
You're in the midst of those.
I love the game of basketball.
So who else came with you today?
My husband came, his friend. My husband's Tyree Bryant, his friend Deion Sanders, Jaden, and Nanisha Terry. We all family.
Somebody was taking your picture a moment ago with the headset on talking to me. That's a three-pointer.
Good job.
That is Ronahala Brown, and if I have it correct, I have her now in double digits at 10. 5:44 left to go. And Ms. Brown, any last words before we let you head back and finish cheering on the Eagles?
I'm enjoying the game and also enjoying you guys. Thank you for going live.
I love doing this.
Thank you.
This is my 9th season working for Coach Jones in the TBC Eagles athletic department.
And your name?
Raymond Bureau, like
Nice
the
to
Weather
meet you.
Bureau. That's
Nice
what
to
my
meet you,
father
Raymond.
used to say.
Your name? Thank you, Kyle.
All
Appreciate
right.
you guys.
Miss Stephanie Brown, family member of Layla Harvey. Thank you for joining us and telling us a little bit about Layla and the new TBC Eagles. Katia Bogan with her 7th point of the day. And Kyle, you're seeing the Eagles playing some good basketball today.
Yes, they are doing really well. I think they're going to have a good year this year. I also just love hearing from the players' families and hearing their story.
I enjoy getting to meet the new parents and the new players that come to TBC every year, and Miss Brown is right. They become best friends very quickly.
Absolutely. That's a great thing about doing these college athletics. Yes, absolutely.
Can slow things down with the lead and under 5 minutes to go. Able to maintain possession. Brown's layup no good. Bogan's second chance is good. 9 points for Katia Bogan. 4:20 left to play. And Jalen Williams, I was happy to see her get on the board. She has played so hard this afternoon.
Absolutely.
I can tell she's going to be one of your team leaders.
I see the potential that's coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing
and
how
what
that
year
shakes
is
out.
Jalen?
Jalen's a freshman. She's actually our first female athlete to receive a athletic scholarship at Beacon College.
That is wonderful. Congratulations, Jalen Williams.
We originally found her because you'll see him at the end of the bench of Beacon's bench, but Coach Tony Rice discovered her long jumping 19 feet.
I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce the 3 Beacons who just came onto the court.
Absolutely. Sydney Plant is returning back to the game. And then we have 2 new players. Sarah Dickens.
She's 23.
Yes, Sarah Dickens, 23. She is a freshman, one of the newer players. I think we retroactively added her earlier. And then Emma Robertson, she's also one of these seniors.
Number 3 right there guarding Brown with the ball.
She is one of the hardest workers that will be on the court. She hustles very hard. And I would expect a lot of defense from Emma.
Makia Tolaire with the basket and the assist from Parrish. Hopefully I pronounced Makia's name correctly. And a steal by Granger. Firebird Gaming cheering on the Blazers. Thank you for letting us know. The Plant family and Emma Parrish lays one in for TBC. Emma Parrish, she'll score a lot of points one game, and in other games like today, she will find open teammates. She's a very team-oriented player. She knows when she needs to do the scoring. She also knows if she doesn't quite have it herself, she's going to find someone else to get the assist and give the points to.
Those players are the most dangerous, Raymond.
Cassia Hayes, a beneficiary on the pass, and she lays it in. And this is Claire Dryden with possession at the circle. Remember, the men's game follows at 4 p.m. We'll stop this feed and start up a brand new one. And we have ourselves a whistle. I believe we have, was it a timeout? Yes, a 30-second timeout called by Beacon coach Brandon Raines. Well, both teams still have a whole lot of timeouts left. We haven't had very many clock stoppages. This game's gone by pretty quickly. And, again, we want to congratulate Brandon Rains on returning to Trinity Baptist, where he graduated, and he was an NIT national champion with Coach Jones and Coach Milligan and the TBC Eagles. And I got here late in 2015. He graduated in early 2016, so I remembered his name when I saw it. I knew his name looked familiar, but I never really had a chance to meet Brandon. What can you tell us about this seemingly very fine gentleman?
Absolutely. So with the joining of the USCAA, we knew we needed more staff than we had, and we made the posting and we discovered Brandon Rains. We discovered him before the job posting as he was trying to introduce one of his players to us. That didn't specifically work out, but Brandon told us if there's ever an opportunity to be at Beacon College, let me know. Lo and behold, we let him know, and then he's here. But he's in his first year with us.
Well, you know, God's going to find the right place for the right person.
Absolutely. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. He's definitely a great fit for everything we're trying to do at Beacon College. And we're excited to see what he delivers in the coming years.
Well, I remember I got this job just by talking to a guy I had never met before at a baseball game. Turned out to be then men's soccer coach Bill Brindley, who was also one of the best friends of Coach Jones. And we got acquainted, we got introduced to each other, and Coach Jones said he was looking for an announcer, and I'm a trained radio announcer professionally, used to work in radio. And like I said, God leads the right person to the right position.
100% accurate, sir.
Williams with the three-point attempt goes out of bounds. We're under 2 minutes to go. Now, my son Dean worked the camera for us here. Today, we have Caitlin Lewis, who's a junior here at TBC, and fortunately, the injury that she's had that's kept her off the soccer team this year is healing, and Caitlin says she might be able to play spring soccer and then most definitely join the Eagles next fall. So that's good to hear. My son Dean worked the camera for us for 8 years. He had to go and graduate and get a full-time job.
That's what happens sometimes, right?
Yeah, well, I'm proud of him, but I really do miss, I say that facetiously, but I'm very proud of him. I do miss having him here, not just to work the camera because he's terrific at it, but just to have my son sitting next to me.
I will say she's also doing a really good job with the
camera. She has done a phenomenal job. We have the YouTube pulled up on my laptop that I use to help monitor the game, and this is her first time working the camera, and she has done a fantastic job. And so has Acacia Haynes in this fourth quarter. That's her 6th point of the quarter, and I believe I have her at 10 now for the game. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Eagles possession. There you see the men Blazers off in the corner coming out of their locker room, and while we have just a few moments left, what can we expect to see from the gentlemen in a little while?
Yes, this is their first year in USCAA. It's their first year with scholarship athletes. It's in Sam Vincent's second year. We're definitely taller in terms of our strengths, and then our guards are very aggressive players. So I'm excited to see what they do in their first intercollegiate matchup. They had one scrimmage that went well. It was very aggressive, and we're looking forward to seeing how it looks when the lights come on.
Again, 4 p.m. scheduled tip-off time. We'll start the new feed a few minutes before. It takes a little time to sort everything out for the women's game and get ready for the men's game. So, again, we'll stop this feed. We'll start up a new one. So, Beacon fans and Trinity Baptist fans, enjoy some more college basketball coming your way. And unfortunately, I'm going to miss the Florida-Georgia game. My wife and her brother will be watching that together this afternoon.
So I am blessed that my alma mater is on a bye week, and I am hoping that they beat the Alabama Crimson Tide on November 4th. Go Tigers.
I have a good friend here named Joel. He's a youth pastor. He would not like what you just said. He is a big-time Alabama fan. Of course, he's from very close to the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
I made the terrible mistake one time of saying on the air that he was an Auburn fan, and he was not happy with me.
Oh, so I'm from the great state of Louisiana. I went to LSU for my undergrad. Definitely blessed to be at the working at Beacon College, and definitely way more invested in that than my alma mater's football team. But whenever there's not a game that we got to go to support our Blazers, that'll be what I turn on.
Well, of course, Blazers come first, just like the TBC Eagles come first here. Time is winding down, under 30 seconds left. Granger will get the basket, but will it count? No, it's an offensive foul called against Malia Granger. So the Blazers have 23 seconds to work with. And it will be Jalen Williams. You said she's a freshman?
She is a freshman.
Well, you have 4 years with this dynamic young lady on the court. Again, she's going to be a team leader very soon, if not already.
I'm very excited to see what track and field looks like with Jalen Williams, see what the long jump delivers. She did very well in the Pennsylvania state championships, and that's where Coach Tony discovered Jalen, and a few conversations later, and she's wearing a headband and a uniform.
Foul is called on Claire Dryden. Eagles will inbound. They don't have to shoot. Ball gets away. There goes Williams again. Will she get it off in time?
Got it.
No shot. She did not beat the buzzer, says the official, but another great dynamic defensive play, and I wish that would have counted for her, but the official says not quite in time. Well, that'll do it for the women's game. Final score, Trinity Baptist 81, Beacon College 14. We want to thank Kyle for joining us. Mr. Kyle Close, the Sports Information Director of Beacon College. You're welcome to come again during the men's game. That's up to you, 100% your decision, but you are more than welcome.
I will be here as long as you have me, Raymond. I enjoy hanging out with you and talking about basketball.
All right, we're going to stop the feed right now as you see the young ladies out there on the court for the post-game prayer, as we do every time, win or lose, for the TBC Eagles. I'm going to make sure I get a picture of this before we sign off. Thank you again, Kyle. We're going to end the feed now, and we'll be ready for the men's basketball game in about 30 minutes. Hope you can join us.